What's up YouTube, this is JP Panther back with a video, and today's video is actually going to be it's actually going to be an AMC and Universal, again it's going to be a movie update video. Again, I will link the articles in the description box down below so you guys can check it out. So again, I was going to cover this yesterday, but I was kind of tired from work and stuff like that, and I wasn't really sure, but now I got time, and my mind's a little bit relaxed, so I have no problem doing this video. So this comes from Variety.com. This came out yesterday. So it talks about the whole AMC fight with Universal. I know you guys probably heard about it or seen some of it, whatever. So again, I'm going to read the most important stuff, and then you guys, we will talk about it. So tensions between AMC and Universal reaches a boiling point Tuesday night, ending explosive heated that the world's largest movie theater chain would no longer play movie theaters from one of the big studios, which is Universal's. And again, they're pretty much going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Pretty much the CEO of AMC pretty much says that, the remarks are unacceptable, and he's saying that, if Universal comes back together, there'll probably be contract changes and stuff like that. Because if you guys don't know the whole entire thing, again, I'm just going to read, a lot of the most important stuff. And then, pretty much this whole entire thing back and forth. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts. Screw it. Because pretty much is that right now AMC and Universal, they're going at it because AMC's mad because Universal dropped the Trolls World Tour movie. Again, I haven't watched the movie. I don't really care about those kids type of movies. But pretty much they did the whole $19.99 thing on rental, and I see it on Amazon and PlayStation, stuff like that, so you can watch it for 48 hours, stuff like that. And it was supposed to be in the movie theaters, and AMC's like, yo, you guys are screwing us over. AMC and all these movie theaters says, yo, we're gonna get you back, Universal. So if you don't know what happened, again, I was gonna do numbers about it. Again, you guys can look up the whole entire information. But anyway, if you don't know, Trolls World Tour, whatever, I guess it made like 100 million more. I guess made 100 million in 3 weeks or something like that, because everyone's stuck at home because it's martial law and it's a freaking pandemic. So of course, you're gonna have a higher percentage and profit margin because everyone's stuck at home and they can't really do anything, and the movie theaters and everything shut down. But also the problem is that it's good in the short term because right now it's because of the pandemic, stuff like that. But you gotta think about what happens after, things start getting kind of back to normal, and when people will be like, all right, well, video on demand and all that might not work with certain movies, you feel me? It might work with Trolls because of what's happening right now, but it might not be the same thing as Fast and the Furious, you feel me? Fast and Furious 9, they put that on VOD, whatever, it might not make $1 billion like that. It'll probably make $1 billion the way it is in the theaters, stuff like that. And also it could be easily pirated, and there's all this stuff that's been happening, stuff like that. So the whole entire thing is that AMC and Universal, they're going at it, they're cursing each other out, blah blah blah. AMC pretty much says we're not going to play any Universal movie theaters. And then Regal also is joining in and say, yo, we're not going to play any of your movie theaters either. So pretty much they're beating up Universal and Comcast up pretty much. And it's they're going back and forth like it's Twitter battle, you feel me? This is their version of Drake and Meek Mill kind of. And it's if you guys are professional business owners and workers or a corporation, you would think you would have better PR or stuff like that. Be Universal lets AMC and all will know, okay, we're going to put this movie out, stuff like that, not just when everything shuts down, be yo, we're going to put this on VOD and screw you over, pretty much. Because the problem is Trolls World Tour, and again, I can kind of get more in depth with the video, stuff like that, is that this movie, Trolls World Tour, because it shows that I guess they made a lot of money, and 100 million, stuff like that, and I guess it's going to make more money than the first Trolls movie and stuff like that. The problem is that I'm not gonna say this is the death of the movie theaters, but it's a huge the way it is right now. It's making it where it's hurting movie theaters, you know, because there people be like, why would I pay $20 for popcorn and drinks when I could just watch Trolls World Tour at my home and for $9.99 and not spend $100 or $200 on gas and stuff like that and parking and all that, where I could just watch on $9.99, have my own popcorn, my own food without going anywhere and dealing with people on the phones and flashing around talking during the movie, stuff like that. It's like, wow, this is way more convenient and it's not more of a pain in the ass. And it just shows you that they're scared because there might be another Netflix blockbuster situation where they're completely out of business or completely financially hurt them. I don't think the movie theaters will completely go away. I feel like before all this, whatever, I said like, okay, 10 years, the movie theater is going to have to adjust to this digital age and stuff like that. But now it's gonna probably be less than 5 years, because the problem is all these corporations, studios are thinking like, okay, this can possibly go on longer, or this could possibly happen again. We have to make sure that we can make money and make profit, and so that we can also create their own streaming service so that they can have servers that can handle it, and also to combat the piracy and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of other stuff, and a lot of financial stuff that go, economics and stuff like that as well. And the problem is, the movie theaters go out, then there won't be as many job opportunities for people, to pay bills and eat for their family, stuff like that. It's all these ramifications, right? And it's saying that Trolls World Tour is the movie that's kind of doing it. And the problem is that, I agree with them. Again, I just feel like they should just work it out, in my personal opinion, because Universal and AMC and all of them, they could easily work this bullshit out, whatever. It could be like, Universal be like, instead of them taking like 50%, they might take like 30%, and AMC and the movie theaters might get like 70% out of all this because Universal try to screw them over and stuff like that. That's just my personal. That's how I truly think they're gonna possibly get Universal back, because you are kind of like, all right, I'm gonna put you out of business and kind of kick you when you're down and make more money, more profit. But then if you look at the other story, it's like, Universal made the content and made the product, and they could do whatever they want. Yeah, I agree. They can do whatever they want. The problem is that they need that theatrical. They don't need. The people say they don't need that theatrical experience. Kind of do, man. When certain movies like Fast and Furious, you can't just drop that on VOD. I mean, you could, but again, you're not going to get the same $1 billion box office of what it is. It's more of a theatrical type of film, and also you might not have as much merchandise. You know what I mean? Merchandise and promotion and stuff like that. You at least have to make like 800 million or whatever to even make profit. You feel me? And also the problem is they don't have to worry about people pirating and torrenting and all that stuff. You feel me? So it's all these ramifications that they did drop Fast and Furious like on VOD or like a streaming service and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's all this other stuff. And also the thing is, I'm surprised that AMC and Regal are not calling out like Disney and Warner Bros. Because Warner Bros. They're dropping Scooby-Doo on VOD and all that. And Disney is dropping Artemis Fowl on Disney Plus. But again, I don't think it will hurt the industry, because the problem is those are kiddie family movies. Like, they're very safe. You know what I mean? That's not like a movie that's going to hurt them like that. You feel me? Only reason why AMC and all of them are kind of bitching right now, because the Trolls World Tour is kind of like the proof of, okay, we could just drop this on VOD and get a higher percentage. Because I think I think it's like studios get like, like 60%, movie theaters get like 40% or something like that, but VOD you get like 90 or 80% of the revenue, so you're just like, I get more streaming revenue, get more financial revenue, more profit and stuff like that. But also the problem is that, it's going to come back and bite your ass, because you can't really promote it like that. You know what I mean? It's all these other economic things that go with it. But in my personal opinion, I just feel like the reason why they're doing the kiddie movies because they're safer. You feel me? Like, no one gives a fuck about a kiddie movie. Let's just keep it 100. Now, if they would have dropped a Black Widow, a Mulan, a Fast and Furious, a James Bond, a Tenet, the Tenet movie, whatever, the movie with Robert Pattinson and Denzel Washington's son, like, if you would have dropped that on VOD, it would be very, very different, you feel me? It would be like, okay, that means you're really killing the movie industry, you feel me? And also the problem is you have a lot of directors and actors and all these other writers and stuff like that that might even protest against Hollywood and side with the movie theater because their job's on the line and stuff like that. So again, it's all this stuff that's been happening with AMC and Universal. Again, it kind of took me a while for me to do a video like this, because I was like, I was going to do this yesterday, but I was tired and I have to really get my thoughts out. But I feel like they could work it out. Universal is kind of like, it's kind of 50-50 because Universal could be like, I could, drop more movies like that, but at the same time it could kind of bite you in the ass and you be viewed as the bad guys. Or AMC be like, yo, we need y'all, we need this, we need that, whatever, because of this and that. You feel me? It's all this other stuff that's happening. And also I do feel like, what the movie theaters, whatever, I just feel like we're going more in a digital age, man. It's kind of like, would you rather go buy a CD or rather go on iTunes and buy. We're going to be more in a digital era, and I do think the movie theaters going to have to kind of move, and like they got to kind of give you a more premiere type of experience. You can't just go in there and buy a ticket, get some popcorn, and go to the theater. Like, you got to kind of make it more cinematic and make it more like almost like a Disney World, like amusement park type of feel. You feel me? Because a lot of the problems is that since we're on this topic, whatever, I feel like AMC and Regal and all these other movies, they rely so much on the Marvel big blockbuster films. But again, that's not gonna keep it. That would only last you for a certain amount of time because Marvel and all that's good, but the problem is, okay, what's the movie you have after that? You feel me? And it shows you that you can even put out like a Birds of Prey, a Terminator, a Charlie's Angel, a Ghostbusters, and this shit will flop, and people still won't go to movie theaters, and or movies or whatever, or just wait till it comes out, whatever, or they hear the backlash. You feel me? So I feel like the movie theaters, they can't keep relying on these big blockbuster, big budget movies all the time. You feel me? Because we are kind of, even with me, I'm getting kind of synthesized with the. We're normalizing that. It's like, oh my god, special effects, the Transformers explosion. We're used to that. You feel me? It's kind of like, give us something new. And I feel like, the movie theaters, they can't keep relying on that same business model. And also the problem is, a lot of them are not taking chances on like smaller movies, like the chick flicks, the westerns, and the Martin Scorsese type movies, the freaking mafia type of movie. Like The Irishman, that would have never done successful in the movie theaters. You feel me? It went straight to Netflix. Like the movies that are kind of risky, or the ones that don't have a big fan base, or the ones that won't bring you that $2.8 billion like Avengers Endgame and stuff like that, they're going to put them straight to streaming or Hallmark or Lifetime on Hulu, and that's it, man. They're not going to give you that big theatrical appeal. You feel me? And I do feel like with other stuff as well, I think a lot of actors and actresses are going to start acting different because with this pandemic happening, I'm just going to call out. Let's say someone like Robert Downey Jr. or like Scarlett Johansson or whatever it is, right? They might not give you $100 million when it comes to these big blockbuster movies. They might pay you like $20 million or $10 million. You feel me? Because it's like, okay, well, you're a big name and big actor or actress or whatever, but then when you're in another movie, it doesn't have that same appeal. Like Robert Downey, I'll give you an example, right? Robert Downey played Avengers Endgame, highest grossing film of all time. When he did Dr. Dolittle, that shit was a financial failure. Scarlett Johansson, she was in Endgame, and all these other actors, Chris Hemsworth and all of them, they're in this, they're in like Marriage Story and all those other movies, stuff like that, did not have that same financial or critical success as the MCU. Feel me? Because a lot of people realize that it's not really just you. It's just brand that you are a part of and the franchise that you're a part of as well. So I think a lot of these actors and actresses are going to wake up as well, and it's not going to, lower their ego a lot more. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about the whole AMC Universal situation. Are you guys surprised? You guys not surprised? Do you think Universal is being assholes? Do you think AMC is being assholes? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.